Good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch. Today is September 24th. Captain O'Cady with the Wichita Fire Department here to give an update on a couple incidents that occurred over the weekend. The first one occurred on September 23rd, 2018 at 942 South Armour. Firehouse Company number 15 was dispatched to a reported house fire. Upon arrival, engine 15 gave a size up of smoke showing on a two-story duplex. Offensive tactics were initiated, stretching the line inside the house into the attic area where the fire was discovered. Quick knockdown and control of the fire was under control. All members of the house were able to evacuate out of the house. Our fire investigation unit arrived on scene and determined that the cause of the fire was juvenile fire play at that time. Red Cross was called out for 2 adults and 7 children, and the damage of the structure was $35,000 and $10,000 to the contents.
Do you know where the adults were when this was happening?
No, I do not know where the accountability of the adults at the time were.
They were home at the time, though?
Yes, everybody was home at the time of the incident.
7 children, you said?
Yes.
Ages? Do you have ages?
No, the ages were none given. Just juvenile fire play was the cause of the fire.
What time was this at?
This one occurred at 11:11 in the morning yesterday.
And the 2 adults, are they the parents of the 7 kids?
I would assume so, but I can't confirm that or not.
You said juvenile fire play. What was the
They were discovered playing with lighters and paper in their bedroom area where the fire occurred near in the attic.
Was the other part of the duplex damaged as well?
No damage to the other duplex.
Is there anything you want to say to against 2 of our people?
Yeah, usually the Wichita Fire Department, along with other local departments, are part of a coalition for youth fire setter, and we do reach out to incidents like this with juvenile fire play from the ages of 5 to 17 years of age, that if there's anything that your son or daughter have curiosity or have been caught playing with matches or lighters, to reach out to the Wichita Fire Department or any of your local fire departments so that we could have some intervention and be able to speak to the individuals before something serious occurs.
Are these people displaced from home, or are they living still?
Don't know that information, just know that Red Cross was called out for them, so more than likely it's unlivable at this time. The second incident occurred this morning, September 24th at 2:29 this morning at 319 South Vassar. Engine Company 5 was dispatched to a reported house fire, and the initial information that they received was that the calling party was inside of the house during while the crews were responding. Engine 5 reported smoke fire showing from the front of the structure, made an aggressive interior attack, stretching attack lines through the front door. At the same time, the captain of Engine 5 did a 360 through the back and conducted a 360 walk around of the facility and forced open a back door where he was able to find a victim in the back door and pull her out to safety. The victim was triage code red, transported to the St. Francis Via Christi burn unit, and this morning the patient is conscious and was able to speak on the conditions and what occurred inside the house fire. Our fire investigation unit did arrive on scene and was able to determine that the cause of the fire was smoking on oxygen from the occupant itself. Damage to the structure was about near $40,000. Smoking on oxygen. The individual is on oxygen for
Oh,
treatment.
they were smoking when they
Yes.
The person who was hurt.
Yes.
What's their age?
Unknown of the age.
Gender?
Female.
one person left at that time.
Yes, Red Cross was called out for 2 individuals for their residence.
So 2 people live there?
Yes.
You said you don't know the age of the woman?
No, I do not recall.
So another individual was able to get out safely?
Yes.
Do we know if it was a male, female?
It was a grandchild of the female.
Is that who called it in, or do you know who called it in?
The information that we received that the individual called it in herself.
Do we know how that child was able to get out?
No information on that.
And when you say child,
Yeah, how old was
Yeah.
that grandchild?
It just says grandchild.
so they forced open the back door and found the victim right there.
Unconscious at the near the back door.
Was the grandchild already out of the house by then, or did they have to get that first child out of the house?
The information that we received doesn't state that they had to rescue that individual, so I believe they were able to escape themselves. Any other questions?
Can you talk about the dangers of smoking while using wax detectors? You might not know that it's dangerous.
Yeah, we do have plenty of information that we like to send out on a regular basis that the dangers of smoking on oxygen. Oxygen is part of the fire triangle, which is able to feed the fire itself and make it more intense. So individuals that do smoke on oxygen believe that they could just take it off of their face and remove it from their area and just inhale and smoke a cigarette. But at the same time, that oxygen is always still free flowing. So we always want to make sure that when individuals are on oxygen, to completely remove themselves from the environment, from that area around the oxygen and the cannula that they utilize for their treatment of oxygen, and to be very cautious on the dangers of the smoking on oxygen.
Do you know the extent of it?
No, she was just triaged initially, code red, because she was unconscious and then treated. But the information that we received this morning, the update, is that she's conscious and talking. So, but she's still being treated at St. Francis via Christie Burn Unit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate Captain O'Cady's come and give us an update on our partnership we have with the Wichita Fire Department. Two cases we're going to discuss today in our public safety briefing. The first one, case number 62649, criminal discharge of a firearm in the 600 block of North Seneca. This happened last night, approximately 10:20. Approximately 10:20 on Sunday, officers responded to a suspicious character with shots fired in the 600 block of North Seneca. Reported to officers was an unknown suspect in the area shooting into the air. Officers arrived in the area and began investigating the call when they heard additional shots to the south and west of their location and where they were at. Officers moved to that area and began circulating and located the suspect, 22-year-old Sir Sumter, SIR, SUMPTER, of Wichita, in the area of Maple and Oak, with a gun in his hand. Sumter ran into a residence in the 700 block of West Maple. Officers arrived there and learned that 4 juvenile children were inside of the residence. Officers surrounded the home and utilized time and distance as they continued to investigate the situation. And as officers were investigating, they were able to have 3 of the 4 children exit the home. And then they worked with the residents of the home to make entry into the home. When officers entered, they located Sumter inside of the home, and he was taken into custody without incident. A gun was also located in the backyard of the residence, and this gun was found to have been stolen. Sumter was arrested and booked into jail for criminal discharge of a firearm, possession of stolen property, obstruct, criminal threat, and criminal possession of a firearm after a domestic violence situation. Great job by all the officers involved in this case, making an arrest as well. Sir Sumter, SIR, SUMPTER.
This is the
62649 occurred last night at approximately 10:20.
Was there any communication with the suspect while officers were present?
Not that I'm aware of.
how long was
I don't have a time frame. I do know that after they arrived, they were able to communicate via PA system, and 3 of the 4 children came out. There was some adults outside of the home when the officers had arrived. They were able to work with these residents and go into the home where they located the suspect, and he was taken into custody. Yes, he did. Yes,
That was the 700 block of
West Maple. Right. It was the residence of him and his girlfriend, and parents of his girlfriend. I think a parent and a step-parent of his girlfriend as well, and then several children. No, yeah, correct. No injuries. Yes, it had been reported stolen. Yeah, I mean, we do see a large amount of firearms being stolen from vehicles that they're not secured. So we do encourage gun owners to be responsible gun owners. If you have a firearm and you can't take it with you, perhaps put it in a lockbox or somewhere secure to prevent it from being stolen and then ending up in the wrong hands and, again, utilized in an incident such as this.
The criminal threat, was he threatening people inside the home?
That threat came as part of the investigation after he was arrested. Sure. Discharge of a firearm, criminal discharge of a firearm, possession of stolen property, obstruct, criminal threat, and criminal possession of a firearm after a domestic violence conviction.
So the domestic violence was earlier, not necessarily connected to.
Correct. Yep, that's correct. Anything else on that one? Okay, next one is the explosion that occurred in the 3300 block of South Glen. Case number is 62577, 18C 062577. This occurred approximately 4:30 yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. Approximately 4:30 on Sunday, officers responded to a check for an explosion call in the 3300 block of South Glen. Several minutes after the initial call, officers also were sent to an injury associated with an explosion call at a residence in the 3300 block of South Vine. At the residence, officers contacted 43-year-old Travis Redd, Travis Redd, of Wichita. The investigation revealed that Redd had used a firework in the manner it was not designed for to explode an item on the ground behind his residence. The firework detonated, causing fragmentation to strike Redd in the chest, causing injuries. Redd was transported to an area hospital for medical treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. He was treated and then released. Redd was booked into the Sedgwick County Jail for criminal use of explosives. The Wichita Police Department Bomb Squad and alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agents also assisted with this investigation.
Do you know what he was trying to explode?
I don't have all the details. I know he was using basically a firework in a manner it was not designed for to explode an item. I don't have the details of what that item was.
So he lives in the 3300 block of South Vine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's where the explosion occurred.
It occurred in his backyard area, and so it's going to be between the 3300 block of South Vine and the 3300 block of South Glen. Yeah.
So he was trying to explode something on the ground.
Yes.
With a firework.
Yes.
And you said it caused it.
It detonated. It detonated, and fragmentation struck him in the chest when it detonated, which caused the injuries. And he used a firework in a manner it wasn't designed for, and then he was booked for criminal use of explosives.
Do you know if he lives at that home by himself?
I don't know. He does live at that home. I don't know if anybody else lives at the home.
And no one else is injured?
Correct. Nobody else injured. That's correct.
You said he's 43?
Yes. Yes.
So he's the one who called to report the injuries as well.
I'm not sure who called, but we did respond. Initially, we responded to 3300 block South Glen, and then we received a second call.
Did the explosion cause any other damage or
it caused some injury to himself. Anything else? Okay, appreciate everybody being here on Monday. Hope you stay safe. Thank you.
I did get some information on the, it was an